Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Dirt Guy Drive Time, the show that's about mystery, intrigue, drama, and occasional joke thrown in here or there, where appropriate, sometimes where it's not appropriate. Mostly I just talk about what's going on in my life, my day, work, drama, railroad stuff, anything I can think of to pass the time on my way home from work, which is why this is Dirt Guy Drive Time. Hey, I'm passing by right now a section of commuter railroad that's powered by overhead power lines, and I think the winds or something honked up the power lines. They're just dangling down on the tracks right now. Well, that's good times, isn't it? So anyway, hey, it's Monday, October 28th, 2019, on my way home from work, as previously indicated. And I guess we'll talk about the big white elephant in the room, which is Friday's video. Oh, look, wow, they've got it like grounded over here. I may crash while talking to you while looking at these downed lines. Oh, man. Whew, this is terrible. I have no idea what caused this. Why do I care? Move on. Why do I care is actually going to be relevant later on in the discussion. But back to Friday's video. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all for your encouraging comment. Oh, wait, you didn't leave any comments because I turned off the comments for that particular video, and here's why. One of the things I object to is people getting on YouTube and wah, life is hard, wah, it's difficult, wah, drama. I'm just not into that. And there's a certain component of what I was talking about Friday that could be construed as that. So to be too legit to quit, I just shut off the comments so nobody would be thinking I'm fishing for encouragement or fishing for, don't worry little camper, it'll be okay. I wasn't. I'm just sharing my thoughts with you. That's all it was. So I turned off the comments. And again, it boils down to this. I've got to invest my time, which I have a finite amount of, where I'm going to get the most bang for the buck. And there's just one place I'm not really getting a lot of bang for the buck, and that is making videos, spending time on YouTube with videos. Now, this show is an exception because, quite frankly, I've got nothing else to do driving home from work but drink coffee and talk to you guys. And then when I get home, it takes like 10 minutes to render this and upload it. Boom, done. But I will make this commitment to you. I'm going to leave the comments on. Feel free to leave comments with these videos, but I'm going to be real with you. I don't have time to respond to all of them, especially some of them are lengthy, and I appreciate the input. Don't get me wrong, I'm not dissing you guys, but it's tough to respond to 20 comments on a video. I try to do it at work because, you know, I'm at work, they're paying me, but that gets tough other than that. So anyway, thank you all, the ones that have my email address, for checking in and things like that. Didn't do my Saturday Track Smack show because, frankly, Friday, I got home from work, I was tired. It was kind of a traumatic kind of drama thing on the way home, as you saw in the video. And I wanted to work on my damn railroad and drink and relax. And so I did. And Cindy worked on her craft stuff. And I went to bed, a little late. Didn't want to get up 5 hours later and do a live broadcast. Especially when I had nothing to draw from. What's the point of that? So I just didn't do it. Sorry. I didn't do my broadcast. I'm not doing one next Saturday either, even if I was still in the mood to make them. I'm going out and partying till like 2 o'clock in the morning with my wife. I'm not going to do that live talk show. Again, it's cool and all. And those who are saying that, Steve, you built this awesome community and we all love you and all that, that's cool. But, I didn't do anything. I made some videos. The community built itself. The community should still be the community, even if I'm not a part of it directly. I'm just saying, people, I am not the messiah of model railroading. I don't want the pressure. I can't handle it. I'm just a regular guy doing his thing, and it resonates with some people, which is awesome sauce. So there you go. Friday I was talking about how I'm going to have to spend more time at work, and since I'm not in a hurry to get home and do any video crap tonight, one of my superintendents had a question about something that normally I would have said at 2:30 when I leave the office. Let's look at this tomorrow morning. But he seemed to want to know now, and so I had no bones about saying, okay, let's get into it. And we, got to the bottom of what he wanted to know, and I left the office late. It happens. That's part of my job. And that's why I'm going to make the big bucks. Hear all those emails I'm getting? Oh my God, though. I check them on the way home, and then when I get home, I have set up my email account on my own computer so I can keep working when I get there. But so there is that, people. It's just the way it's going to be. So yeah, hopefully, you know, you won't thumbs down me and look for ways to shove pine cones in places I don't want them. Actually, I don't want a pine cone shoved any place. So to say places I don't want them is just kind of retarded, if I may say so myself. But speaking of, why do I care? Frankly, I recently found myself listening to videos on the way home, because I can't watch videos on the way home. That's illegal, and I'll get in a crash. Listening to videos on the way home, like documentary kind of things, with a specific focus on the atheists' take on Christianity. And I don't know why it's atheists and Christianity. Maybe because if it was atheists and Islam, they're afraid of, you know, retribution or something. And Christians just get whacked out, that's all. I guess. I don't know. That sounded offensive, not trying to be. But I'm listening to it, and you know, and they make some pretty good arguments for how, you know, parts of the Christian belief, which I was raised in and pastored a church out for a while, got some holes in it, some pretty big ones, as well, the way they present their case. I'm not saying they're right, I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just saying they make a pretty good case. And so I've been listening to that, like almost obsessed with, like binge listening. And I started going over some of my findings with Cindy Brown, the Queen of Everything, but Cindy doesn't want to hear it, and I don't blame her, frankly. Even if I'm starting to develop a new truth, that is my new truth. It doesn't have to be hers. But through the course of our not conversation we were having about it, I suddenly occurred to me, why do I care so much? Why am I investing so much mental thought into did Jesus really exist? Did the apostles really exist? Is the Catholic Church this? Is eternal salvation that? Why do I care so much? And especially from the side of, I want to argue against all of that. Why do I care? This is my own belief system. I don't know why I care so much. The part of it, I thought maybe I've been duped growing up, you know, fed a bunch of BS and been put through a bunch of crap because of the belief system that I was born into and forced to, you know, submit to. You know, maybe that's it. But why do I feel inspired to write a book about it? Because the only inspiration would be to tell Christian people you're full of crap, and that's not a good reason. And I'm not saying Christian people are full of crap, please. I'm just saying. That's all I can think of, though. So I come down to the big question, why do I care? If my basic philosophy is birth, school, work, death, right? And if we came from somewhere, we'll find out when we get back there, when it's over, I guess, frankly. If that's the extent of it, why don't I just stop watching the videos and stop listening to all the crap about it and just move on? You know what I mean? And here's another thing. I think there is a modicum of people that have their beliefs, and even if they don't entirely believe in their beliefs, they'll turn a blind eye, because their belief system is what gives them hope, it what gives them purpose, or maybe what gives them their code of morality, justice, grace, mercy, that sort of thing. Love. That's maybe where they get that from. So all that can be gained by dispelling all that is this void, empty feeling like I have. Well, then what's the point of all of this kind of thing, right? So, no, I think there's people who are atheists who, believe in some kind of a higher being. And I think there are people that are born again, Bible believing, without error Christians who will go, there might be a modicum of it not exactly right. But that shouldn't change the belief system. I think it serves a different purpose. And I don't think anybody should try to be convincing anybody to believe a different way. I believe there's room for healthy discussion on the matter. Here's my point of view, and I respect yours. Oh, there's your point of view, and you respect mine. Because maybe something you're going to say is going to go, with me. Maybe the other way around. But I don't understand why we care so much. I just don't understand. I think it was beaten into our heads over, generations that there's a certain thing. And so we're just naturally predisposed to go that direction, I guess. I don't know. I just know that if some religious people actually believed in their hearts what their tenets of their belief are, then they would respond to the world differently. If, for instance, when I was a pastor of a church, if I was really deep down inside believed in hell and believed that all these people around me are going to burn in hell if they don't become Christians, I certainly did not do enough to support that belief. I didn't. You'd be in a panic if you really had the heart that you're supposed to have, that we all say we want, that we read about Jesus. I don't know too many who have done or responded to it like you would expect. I don't. So either we don't fully believe it, or we believe it's somebody else's problem, or whatever. But again, why do I care? I get up in the morning, I have my routine, I go to work, I drive home talking to you, I go home, hang out with my wife, play with some hobby stuff, watch a little TV, and go to bed. None of this affects any of that at all. It doesn't affect any of it. Although I do have more time on Sunday mornings than the average believer. So there you go. Anyway, this is where my real thoughts are right now. Not on making videos, not on model railroading stuff. It's the depth of why do I care about this whole right or wrong Christian, any belief system? Why do I care? Speaking of a belief system, I'll leave you on a little funny story real quick. You guys know that I do the keto, I do the low carb. And part of that involves not eating pizza crust. I'll eat the pizza, scrape it right off and eat it, but I won't eat the crust. My project engineer is from India, and he will not eat pork or beef. So we were having pizza together at the job site Friday, and he looked at me, he goes, "You can't even have just one piece of pizza?" And I said, "Can you have one piece of pizza with beef on it?" And he goes, "No." And I said, "Well, what makes you think I can?" Boom! I won that one. Anyway, he's intimidated by me because I could kick his ass. So that's the report on the way home from work today. I hope you got something out of that. Again, and if you didn't, this is just me processing what I'm processing. So I'll do this again tomorrow because it doesn't take much to do it. And I hope to see you then. Until then, my name is Steve Brown. And why do I care?